Christian, can you give us a sense of how Afrexim is looking at the issues and the points that Monday and George raised about, one, how to structure agro-industrial parks, and in the case of Arise platforms, integrated platforms that take commodities from farm to shop. Can you tell us a little bit about the Afrexim appetite for that, some of the work that you're doing across the continent?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Gori, and good afternoon, all participants. Yes, indeed, Afreximbank strongly believe that industrial parks and agro-processing zone are the tools that the continent can deploy to fast-track its industrial infrastructure development that will promote intra-African trade and also export development. So for that, we have a full program towards promoting industrialization and export development. For that, we've been partnering, as you mentioned, with the key stakeholders in the sector of agro-processing sector. And then in terms of what we're doing, we have different initiatives. But I will start first with our core business, which is financing. We do finance private and public sector to support development of industrial parks. Over the last 7 years, I believe we have dispersed about 1.2 billion for the development of industrial parks. And we also have a huge pipeline where we work together with strategic partners such as Arise and others on the continent. So the main goal basically is really to ensure that the continent has enabling trade infrastructure, because that's one of the key issue. When you want to attract investor, being the topic of today, you need to ensure that you have proper infrastructure that will enable operator or private entities to do their business. So for that, we support the industrial park agro-processing zone. I'll say inside and outside fence, basically meaning the SEZ or the APZ itself, but also other key infrastructure like roads, energy infrastructure, to ensure that the industrial parks will operate efficiently. And besides the financing elements, I would say that we have like about 5 or 6 instruments that you use. At early stage, we do have what we call project preparation facility. And that facility is to support private as well as sector public entities to work on bankable, I would say, projects that will attract equity and finance. That's really at early stage when, for instance, we engage with different governments. If the intent is to set up an agro-processing zone, we'll assist them with this project preparation facility. And of course, our core goal as well is the project finance facility we provide to developer and operator of industrial parks and agro-processing zone. And we also support in terms of trade finance, because we also support the tenants of the zones when they require funding to do their business. And beside that, we also have what we call the Fund for Export, the Fund for Export Development in Africa, which is our sister company, which we deploy in terms of equity participation. And finally, beside the financing aspect, we also provide advisory services to promote the industrial parks that we are funding, we are supporting, and also certain level of advisory to the government. So finally, I will also add that we also have another initiative which is quite important as well, which is the African Quality Assurance Center. Because the goal here is to ensure that the goods that are manufactured, like say in those parks, can comply with international technical standard so that they can be exported easily. So we've been working with some accredited international quality assurance agency to ensure that testing, as well inspection and certification are done so that those products can be qualified for export or access easily market. So I'll stop here